What's up, everyone? I'm Alan, and welcome to School of Fabrication, or School of Fabco 806. Um, what are we looking at? Today, we're looking at a 2006 350Z Roadster. If you know me, I normally don't do these kind of jobs, but the customer slash friend, he's more of a friend, needed some help. So we're gonna step in and see what we can do to this thing, make something happen. So this is everything he dropped off. Of course, the first step we have to do is inventory. See what we got. If we know what we're missing already, we'll start a list of what we need, and we'll make a second list of what we've got. So I guess let's get started. All right. So I'm gonna start separating this stuff, and normally what I'm doing right here is I'm separating, like this stuff goes under the hood. Here's my cowl. This stuff goes under the hood. Some of my interior pieces, this wiring, who knows, kind of looks like a door, goes to a door. Just goes under the car. So I know this goes on the motor, so I'll go ahead and put that back in. So that's all I'm doing right now, is just separating everything and getting a rough idea. I really don't want to write all this stuff down because I don't know what it all is. But eventually we'll figure out if it's damaged like this. And then of course we need a new one. We'll put that to the side, and when we get to it, we'll order as we go. There's a lot of stuff in here, and none of it's labeled, so it's just all thrown. So it's very important who you take your stuff to. There's an A-pillar, window pillar, looks to be broken. So I guess you can go through reviews and check people out. A mirror cover. It's getting interesting. Let's see what else we've got. This holds the mirror and all the wires. This thing's gonna be fun. Putting it back all together. So this isn't my first time doing stuff like this. I did collision for about a decade, and it was not fun, but I was able to learn what nice looks like and go from there. All right, what we're looking at here is I kept everything separate. This stuff I won't need yet. Some mechanical stuff way later on. The parts I have on the floor, I don't know if you can see them. Some of these parts, I believe, go on the car. When you get something like this, the best way to start is start fresh. So we're gonna clean out the car, pull everything out, vacuum it out, blow it out, give it a minor detail, and then we're gonna start putting it all together. That way we can start figuring out what we're missing, what we need, that whole business. We'll look here. If it's not here, we'll jot it down. So what we're gonna do next is clean the car out, pull everything out, and see what else we find in here. Just to give you an idea of what I'm working with, I only found one glass door. So I'm gonna need to order the driver's side, I believe, unless it's somewhere else that I'm not seeing yet. So yeah, next order of business, we'll be getting all this stuff cleaned up so we have a clean, nice slate to work off of. And I don't know, I'm almost starting to regret this because there's a lot of stuff and none of it's labeled and it's all thrown. And I forgot how long you said it's been sitting, but it's the kind of things we do for friends. here. I should just rip through the blanket. I'm not trying to save it. See what we have here. Be careful. What kind of tape is this? Oh, nice. Look at this. A little carbon fiber action going on here. Super lightweight. Super expensive. See if we can make it look super cool. This is it, just to give you an example of the direction that we're going. And talking with the owner, seeing what we're doing to it and whatever. He did give me 100% freedom to do whatever I wanted to do to it. So we're gonna end up cutting up the body kit a little bit. Paint wise, I'm not sure yet. As we put it together, my mind will start, setting off little triggers, and I'll be able to kind of picture it in my head what it's gonna look like, and just like in the other car, we'll get it done. Okay, so I know that some of this is just rough, like we just roughed it on, kind of held it in place and taped it. So you see some of these details. This comes down lower than this. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way or if this needs to come up. Something I'll look into, but it's just something to think about. The hose, this is supposed to be where I bolts it in. They look awful. I don't know if I'll be able to make that work, but we'll see. Once again, the front bumper sticks out a little bit there on this side. It's a little bit of pressure. See, I think it's supposed to fit like that. But then is this gap supposed to be like that? So it's another thing I've got to look at. This side stayed, so it's not really moving. It stayed closed. Still funky gap. It's not fitting the way I think it would fit, but maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I've got to do a little bit of research on this kit. Once again, you can see where I'm going to bolt it in. It's going to be a challenge, but then it sits not as low as the other side. Kind of looks like it needs to come up because the crease comes up here, but my body crease is way up here. Actually, the rocker, it's got a gap. I'm not sure if that gap's supposed to stay. It would look kind of cool if it had a little open in there. We'll see. We're missing about these back wheels. Once we have these fender flares on, we're probably lacking around 4 inches more of wheel and tire. So we definitely have to get some huge spacers back there. Just joking. We'll get some different wheels and tire combo. We'll have to dual the exhaust because it's got 2 port openings, so we'll have to figure out an exhaust for it. This wing is huge. So once again, it's just on there rough, just to see what we're working with, be able to kind of visualize what it's going to look like. It's always good to get an idea in your head, but to be able to finalize something, this is a good start. So it's going to be a few challenges. We already see a few already that we've had to go through just to get to this point, but it's part of hot rodding, whether it's on something like this or something like the June Bug. One more thing that I see that's a problem is that this thing sits way too low, especially for me. If your Paul Bunyan, 6'2", and full of juice. I'm not gonna be crawling down 4 inches trying to get this thing on. So I'm gonna show y'all this little trick that I've been doing since a long time. And it's worked for me really well. I've taught some friends of mine, they've liked it. I hope you like it too. All right, first I want to say thank you to Marketplace. I got on there, free lumber, come pick it up yourself. My brother does construction, so thank you to Gallo Negro for your donation. It's perfect. And secondly, I'll show you how to cut these down for the best car stands ever. I set my thing to 16 inches because what I want is 16 2x4s to make one stand. So of course, to make 4 stands, you would need 64. So here we go. We've cut 16 16-inch pieces. Actually, we've cut 64 16-inch pieces. 16 is to make one stand, one wheel. So basically what we're doing, I set this one here so I can use it as a backing plate. I'm gonna set these here as straight as possible. I'm gonna leave them a little bit wide. Maybe about 1/4 of an inch overlapping this. This is 16 inches, by the way, also. Then I'll set my thing here. Next, we'll get out the extremely dangerous air gun. And we will Yep, exactly. And these, you can make them any height you want. I personally like them this tall because if I'm trying to crawl underneath the car, this always helps me. And like if I get on a creeper, it's either me or the creeper, but not both of us are getting under the car. At least with these, I could get on the creeper and row figure 8 under them if I need to. So there it is. It's completely done. And what I'll do is I'll set it. I'll set the wheel here. That way it's as tall as it can be and it'll let us work. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue on with the rest of these and we'll see them to work. We'll see if it works. Ta-da! All done. Now, next step, check my tires, air them up to 40 PSI, get a jack it up, slip them under the tires. All right, so now you see how they work. the car is sitting up way higher. I'll be able to get underneath it now. So there it is. Now that we've got it up, we've got it ready for our next step, which will be in the next episode. So we're done for today. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. We enjoy all that stuff. Thank you very much.